lovely souls, and welcome back to Faith in the Valley with Deeply. I hope that you are well wherever you are in the world, and if you are new here, then you are most welcome. So today I am sharing another Faith in the Valley story, and this is one that may especially speak to you if you are a mother or a caregiver, or someone who feels as if they are needed even when you don't feel well. Now, I don't know for any of you, but I know that for me, I have definitely felt that way during my own recovery journey. And so today I'm sharing Tanya's story. She is a woman in her 30s, and an unexpected injury has reminded her that healing is deeply personal, but it is also deeply spiritual. So in her own words, I will read her story for you. I'm Tanya. I'm 34. I have a toddler, a part-time job, a very lived-in house, and a whole lot of laundry. A couple of months ago, I was in the kitchen trying to carry too many things at once. I had my toddler on one hip, a bag of shopping in the other hand, and the phone was ringing on the counter. After putting my son down, I suddenly slipped on a toy truck that my son had left near the fridge. I didn't hit the floor hard, but I landed awkwardly. My shoulder twisted in a way that it is not supposed to, and within seconds I felt the sharp sting of pain that took my breath away. After a long trip to A&E, and after hours of waiting, I was told I had a dislocated shoulder. They eased it back into place, but the bruising, the inflammation, and the limited movement would take weeks for it to recover. And as I stood there, with my arm in a sling, with pain shooting up my side, all I could think of was, I don't have time for this. But the truth is, I did need the time. I just didn't want to ask for it. Recovery was hard, not just physically, but hard emotionally. I couldn't lift my son, I couldn't drive, I couldn't cook properly, and most days I felt like a burden instead of being a mum. I remember crying one morning while brushing my teeth one-handed. That day I opened my Bible and this verse came up. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9. I stopped, closed my eyes, and just let the tears fall. God wasn't asking me to do it all. He was asking me to let him in, even here in this situation. I started praying shorter prayers, whispering, God, please help me, while changing a nappy, saying thank you when someone offered to help me in some way or the other, sitting quietly during nap times with worship music in the background. Healing didn't happen all at once, but I slowly realized I don't need to be fully healed to be held by God and to be surrounded by His presence. Well, my lovely friends, I don't know for you, but for me, Tanya's story is one that I know that so many women, including myself, can relate to. Especially those of us who are still in positions where we have to be caring for others and trying our best to care for ourselves at the same time. It can feel so difficult to just manage everything. And it's a reminder that even when we are in our most vulnerable state, God is still there with us, and we don't have to go through it alone. And sometimes recovery can feel like weakness. I certainly know that from my own experience as I travel through, that I feel like I should be doing more in some way, even though I have no control over how quickly my body can heal. But God calls us to an invitation, and that is an invitation to depend on Him, not just for strength, but to depend on Him for His presence, for His provision, for His grace, for His kindness. And in Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 29, it reminds us and says, He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. And sometimes it can feel like we need strength and just an extra bit of support, a bit of hope. And God's word and His presence reminds us that that is and can be our reality. And so if you're healing slowly or feeling stretched in your role as a mum, as a caregiver, as a spouse or a partner, as a friend, as a provider, then I want to remind you that you are still being held and God is there with you. And I would love to hear from you in the comments down below about what your thoughts are. But my question for you today is, has God ever met you in a moment of weakness? I would love to hear your thoughts on that. And also, if you would like me to share your story on your behalf, I would be so privileged and happy to share that for you. My details, are in the description below. I would love to hear from you, so please do reach out to me. And if you need a space to gently reflect and to just take some time to give yourself some space, then I have created a 30-day Healing by Faith prompt and prayer journal, and this can help you as you travel through your own season of recovery and your own valley of recovery. Or you can also listen to some soft instrumental albums from the Faith in the Valley, and just to help you as you travel through your season of stillness. The link is in the description below. And until the next time, keep accepting God's invitation for you to rely on Him, because He is right there with you. And finally, may grace meet you exactly where you are. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I have enjoyed sharing Tanya's story with you. I hope you found some encouragement today. I hope you feel like you are not traveling alone, because you're not. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Until then, you take care.